Hello everyone, this is Shelly from Down in the Dale. This is my Mounjaro Odyssey. We're going to talk about, I had a doctor's appointment this week, and we're going to also talk about my results this week. Last week, I thought I had not gained or not lost any weight. I know I didn't gain, but I thought I hadn't lost, but I didn't have it in my tracker, which I'm looking at right now. Until last week, I actually lost 0.6 pounds. Woo! So I had 2 weeks in a row where I didn't change, right? No, actually, no, it was only 1 week. Okay, so I lost 2.2 pounds like almost a month ago, and then I was the same weight 2 weeks in a row. There we go. And then last week, I had lost 0.6. Anyway, we will get on from that. Did I say welcome to Down in the Dale? I don't know. I might have. Anyway, welcome. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see what's going on. You'll get a little notification every time I post a video, which is generally once a week, but I do post a couple a week maybe. I take my little life in California story at the end of the video and make that its own little video in case that's what you're here for, because that's always fun. It's winter. We had snow last Sunday. It's stuck around, but it's gone. But guess what? Might snow again tomorrow. Ooh. No. It's cold. I'm wearing a jacket in the house today because I refuse to turn the heat up. I mean, I have gas, so it's not that bad, but it is... Oh, I'm looking for my water bottle too. It is just cold out and I don't like it. Honestly, yesterday was 64 degrees, so that's not really cold, but it is cold. Make sure you hydrate, people. Anyway, so we'll start with my little stats. I'm 59 years old, not for much longer, but there we are. And I'm 5'5". My starting weight on Mounjaro was 287. That was back August 24th of 2025, so not that long ago. 12 weeks. 12 weeks? Yeah. I've done this for 12 weeks. Oh my gosh. Well, this was my 13th week. I'm taking my 13th shot today. Looking at my tracker again. My 13th shot of Mounjaro, which is what I'm on because I'm a type 2 diabetic. And I'm currently on 5 milligrams. 5 milligrams? 5 milligrams. Yes, 5 milligrams. In the fun and sometimes scary sounding single dose pen. I don't know. Maybe I'll do my shot live. No, it's too early for my shot. I usually take it before bedtime. I won't do it. Maybe I'll do it later and put it on as its own little video, just so you can hear it, because honestly, it takes 2 seconds. And if you're afraid of starting this, if you want to start it and, you know, you're lucky enough to be able to get the pens, because my insurance covers this. And right now, even though I'm not going to say anything, I pay $25 a month, but it's amazing that my insurance covers this. Because, again, type 2 diabetic. So, as you know, last week I was talking about I had gone to I had my blood taken. I hadn't been to the doctor until this week. I had my blood taken when I first started as when I was first diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I can't remember now what it was. I'll put it in here after I look again because I do not remember. My doctor in California kept telling me I was pre-diabetic, and I was like, okay. And had I known at that time, my dad was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic back in the 80s, my mom said. But he never told us. He probably just didn't want to tell us. And he was just kind of not hiding from it, but was like, whatever. So later in his life, he did start taking insulin. But I've never had to do that. Yay! Because I don't like needles. This is okay, I swear. It did take me 2.5 hours to give myself my first shot. Anyway, I'm going all over the place today. So, we will rein it back in. Type 2 diabetic, I started August 24th on 2.5 milligrams. I did that for 2 months. It was 287 when I started. And as of today, which is Sunday, November 16th, 2025, I am weighing 264.3. Woo! Which actually means this week I lost 3.1 pounds, which is insane to me. So that's a total so far since I've started in August of 3 months, 22 pounds, 22.7 pounds in 3 months, which is amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. It's crazy. Today I went out to breakfast with some friends and my mom this morning at a place close to here called the Lone Ranger. They have really good biscuits and gravy, and that is actually what I got today. I got one biscuit, half order, one biscuit and gravy and 2 scrambled eggs, and I only ate half of it. I have the rest for tomorrow breakfast. And what was my point to the story? So I went to my mom's house. I picked her up and we drove her car because she's more comfortable in her car. And when we came back, my sister had brought over some chicken pot pie that she made yesterday, so I have that for my dinner tonight. She puts too many carrots in it, though. I don't like that, but I'll survive. And it is really good. So I appreciate that she puts vegetables in it. Anyway, again, I digress. So I had my hands full when I walked back into my house today, and I'm not wearing a belt with my jeans, and so my jeans started to fall down again. So where are we? 22.7 pounds down. This week, I did not go to the gym because I went to my doctor, but I already, had a doctor's appointment to a 3-month checkup, and she was really happy with all my results. It's really weird. I walked into my doctor's office I walked in my doctor's office on Thursday. There were all these new people in there, new people behind the scenes that I've never seen before. The regular receptionist wasn't there, or whoever's in the front office is not there. It doesn't seem to be there anymore. And when I went back for my appointment, they took me to an area of the building that I hadn't been in before. And they said, okay, the doctor will see you in a little bit. And I see one of the physician's assistants who I've continually seen for quite some time. And I'm very comfortable with her. And I'm all, my appointment is not with the doctor, and I don't want to see the doctor, please. And so they had to rejig me around and move me back to the other area where I usually am. And I got to see the regular person that I saw. And she told me it was because of all the new people. They've made some mistakes recently. And when I went to make my follow-up appointment from that appointment, which will be in another 3 months, and we'll see if my levels keep being what they are right now, which is amazing. They made my appointment on a Friday, and I'm like, I thought that she was only here Tuesdays and Thursdays. Oh, you want to see her again? Well, yeah, that's who I see. So we got that scheduled, and that'll be in February when I go again. So we'll see how that is. And anyway, I am like, look, today I am all over the place again. I said that already. So maybe I will cut that out. Yes, I will. So anyway, I have my A1C 3 months ago was 7.3, and this visit it was 5.7, which is, it should be 5.5 or below, I think, because I think 5.0 anyway. I think I'm wrong. Maybe it was 5.8. So my A1C the last time 3 months ago was 7.3, and it should be 5.6 or below, and it's 5.8 now. So hooray, hooray. Hopefully we will see in another 3 months it below the 5.6 level. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I also got to come off my metformin, which I'm very excited about because I feel that never did anything for me whatsoever. And I was on it since 2022, late year, August, I think, of 2022 is when I first went to the doctor here in Michigan after I moved back home. And I also, all week I've been suffering at work when I use my mouse, but I realized it's not just when I use my mouse, because yesterday I was at lunch with a group of friends who's one of them, their birthday is tomorrow. And happy birthday. You know who you are. And so I was, had my arm resting on there. I was diagnosed with tennis elbow. So I think it's from going to the gym. Well, obviously it has to be. There's like some, I have not used these muscles in forever. I've been going back to the gym for the last 3 months, and I started doing the HIIT class, but I totally haven't been to the gym this week, and I did not go to the HIIT class because my arm was just hurting too much, and I wanted to rest it as much as I could. And I think I'm going to go in the morning, and I'll just do the leg machines when I go tomorrow and see how it goes from that. Because it was, but I didn't go to the gym all week and I lost 3 pounds. We'll see. It was pretty weird. And I know I did not eat less food this week because, I had really good appetite suppression, but I might have skipped lunches a couple of days because I was not hungry. But I know I got all my protein in because I check that every day. Anywho, so let's see what else. Oh, what else at the doctor's appointment? Everything is in the green section. She was even so excited about my cholesterol. So I'm not taking my metformin, but here's the other thing. I do take high blood pressure medication, and it's 2 pills. And this is why you need to read your medication labels. And for some reason I thought I had, but I've always, since I've been on the 2 pills, because I used to be on just 1. I can't remember if I was on the 2 when I was in California. Anyway, I would take them both in the morning. And I was supposed to be taking them 1 in the morning and 1 at night. And during the day, the last 3 months, maybe a little longer too, although I wasn't losing weight earlier and wasn't really watching my food as much as I should have been, I would get up and I would feel dizzy. And I told this to my doctor, I said, do you think maybe that I need to come off, I can just take 1 pill? She goes, well, you're only, you're just taking 1 in the morning and 1 at night. And I'm like, oh no, I take 2 in the morning. And she's like, well, there's your problem. So why don't you take them like you should, 1 in the morning, 1 at night, and we'll see how it is in 3 months. Also, I take my blood pressure at home, and my blood pressure at home is always. Recently, it was 108/71, which is really good. And I think even my blood pressure at the doctor this time, when I was there, I don't remember. I'll put it on here. I'll have to look because I did not take a picture of it, I know, today. Oh, I did not look at my after summary. I don't ever like reading the notes that they write. And honestly, I haven't. So maybe I should read them. Maybe I'll read it this time and see how it is. Anywho, she was very happy with all my results. And, I'll go back in 3 months and hopefully it'll be even better then. Down 22 pounds this week. I don't know if you saw any of the news, but most of this country got to see amazing northern lights this week. And we had 2 days of them. And both days I was up too late for me, which was 10:30. But I was out at this one area where, it's a clearer view, and it was just the most amazing sight. I'll put some of those pictures here too. It was incredible. The first night, you can't see it with your naked eye generally. Sometimes you can if they're really bright, and they were really bright this week. But the second night, I could see that there was something there, because you can usually see like gray, but I didn't see anything the first night. On the camera I did, you can see, but on the camera the first night I only got green. The second night it was amazing because it was green and red. There's some sort of hydroponic plant that's west of here that some people mistake for the northern lights because it's like red glow, and I have a picture of that there too, but you could see a little green around it, and that was the actual northern lights. But that red, the first night that I had pictures of, was just the plant. And then the second night, you'll see these pictures. They are amazing. I don't know why I'm moving my hands because I'm showing you the pictures. They were just amazing pictures. Incredible. They were so much brighter than when I saw them in Norway back in 2020. In Norway, it was just green. Oh, there was some... I'll put a Norway picture here so you can see the one Norway picture that I love the most, where it's behind, there's a mountain, and it's behind the mountain. But this second night, it was just incredible. So, what else? I know there was something else I was going to talk about this week. I need to write these things down so I have them, so I don't sit here. I'm just looking around to see if there was anything that reminded me of it. But no, that's not it. Anyway, so Northern Lights are insane. Oh, I have friends that live in Mississippi, and they saw them down there too, which is, wow. It's really hard. Well, I shouldn't say hard. It's really unusual that you can see them that far south. But they were very bright this week. Whatever that solar storm was, it was amazing. So, that's it. A really good week. I'm going to take my 13th shot. I have another box of 4 of the 5 milligrams Mounjaro. I didn't really have anything. Oh, I had lobster last night for dinner. That was very good. Just made a chickpea pasta, which you have to be careful with that because if you boil it too long, so I don't like al dente pasta. I'm an awful person. I like mine to be a little mushier than to the bite. Anyway. Oh my gosh. How many times did I say anyway again this week? Thousands. So, okay. Lobster last night for dinner with the chickpea pasta with this really good sauce from Trader Joe's. I don't even know what it is, but I really like it. It's kind of thicker and maybe has cream in it. It's very, very good. Not a vodka sauce, but it's really good. So that, I bought acorn squash yesterday, and I bought some cabbage that I'm going to make this week. I don't know what I'm going to do with the cabbage yet, but I found some really good baked cabbage recipes. So maybe I'll do that. Oh, and I bought cauliflower too. I could make the baked cauliflower, which is yummy. So I got those 3 things at the store yesterday. And that's about it. So my story of the week is we would go sometimes when I was working at Warner Brothers to a coffee bean over in Toluca Lake that was just a couple blocks from work. And obviously there were always celebrities around in Toluca Lake, but you would never know it because, you know, they're just like us. Yeah. So, and I had seen this particular person a couple of times with her husband, her then husband, getting coffee. He'd wait out in the, on the street, parked in front in his car. And then, you know, I'd see her a couple of times, but this one time I had no idea who was, well, okay. So I would always wear my ID from work behind me because on a lanyard behind me, because I would file papers, right? And that it would always get in my way. So I just had a habit of throwing it around. So I'm standing in line waiting for my chai latte that I got from Coffee Bean, which I love coffee. I miss Coffee Bean so much. Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. They make a really good chai latte. So I get this tap on my shoulder and the person behind me says, Shelly? And I turn around and I don't recognize her and I don't know her. And I'm like, yes. She goes, she was just fixing, you know how sometimes shirts and dresses have those little things you're supposed to put on the hanger. Usually I would cut them off and I forget it. She goes, I hate these things. Can I fix it for you? And I'm like, oh, sure. Thank you. You know, hey, great. Have a great day. Thank you very much. And so when we're waiting for our coffee, my friend says to me, oh my gosh, she is so beautiful without makeup on. And I'm like, who is she? And she tells me, and right now, her Jenny Garth from 90210, she played Kelly. And I was like, oh my God, that was her. I didn't recognize her at all. So we had to pass her again as we were leaving because we walked from work and we were going out. And so this time when we walked by, I said, thank you so much for fixing my, what's that called? Never mind. I don't know what it's called. But I, said to her, thank you so much for fixing that for me. That was great of you. Have a great day. And so we walked out, and then I saw her husband. Her husband's name was Peter Facinelli, something. Just at that time, they're divorced now. Sitting in it's always a nice day in California, Southern California, although today it's raining there. And he was in a convertible. And I think they lived somewhere around Toluca Lake. Because 902, she wasn't in 90210 then. It was after 90210. But anyway. So that's my story of the week. Jenny Garth, all generally a great human being, fixing my clothing error. She was wonderful. And that's all. So 22 point whatever I said 7 because my there. Oh no, I'm not even on that page anymore. 22.7 down this week. Pounds down this week. My mouth is just tripping over everything I say today, so fun times. I'm going to take my 13th shot of Mounjaro tonight. And that is all. I hope you guys have a great week. And that is all. I hope you're good, guys. I think that's what I said. Anywho, have a great week. Like and subscribe because you never know what I'm going to talk about from California at the end of my little video. But now you also know that I make a snippet, a clip of that video and post it under my playlist, Life in California. You guys have a great week, and I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye now.